Welcome back. The Geelong Cats are the pride and joy of this city, so Brett sat down with their CEO, Brian Cooke.
Brett Ritchie here for Pulse TV. We are in the CEO of the Geelong Football Club's office. Mr. Brian Cooke, welcome to Pulse TV.
Thanks, Brett. It's a privilege. Thank you.
Mate, thanks very much for coming on the show this evening, or today. We're here at the footy ground, and can I say your office is probably one of the best views in town.
Yeah, no, I've had this view for about 18 months since the stand's been completed, so we see lots of green from our windows.
Now, Brian, you've been here since 1999. What's the biggest achievement? I mean,
the premierships are always, they're fantastic. The three of them. The first one probably was great because we waited, 44 years for that to happen. But also just the people. People have been fantastic, and the stadium. What we've been able to do to this stadium.
Fantastic. Now, you yourself, you were a great footballer doing my research in your day. You played 4 games at Melbourne in 1977.
Yep, that's
and
right.
And then 50 games at Hawthorn under John Kennedy.
Yeah, but in the reserves. I'm what you call a pretty average reserves player, Brett, okay? But it was a great founding for me, a good background. John Kennedy was my coach, and he was a great coach. And I probably learned as much at Hawthorn in my 2 years than what I learned probably in the next 20.
Yeah.
So it was a great club to be at. We had Brian Douge, we had Peter Crimmins, so I go back that far,
Yeah.
And I know when I look at...
You're not a very young man.
That's fair enough. And I always remember trying to fight against Peter Welsh, Brian Douge, Kelvin Matthews to try and get a game. In that little back pocket space, and it wasn't for me. They were just too good. So it was a great time to be at Hawthorn, but I just couldn't crack into the team.
Never mind. You went off and had a distinguished coaching career yourself in WA and won premierships, won a league best and fairest over there. At Rockingham, was it?
Yeah, that was in the Sunday Football League over there, and also I was assistant coach at East Perth, and we won the premiership in the reserves. So I think I had a couple of premierships there. So I've been very fortunate in my life. I think, if you put East Perth, Hawthorn together, West Coast Eagles for 10 years and now Geelong, I think I've been in something like 25 out of 28 or 9 finals.
That's not a bad
and
average.
Something like 9 premierships. So I've been pretty lucky.
And away from football, if you do get away from football occasionally, what do you like to do?
I love my kids to come over, so I'm very close to my family. But I love swimming too. I participate or complete the Rottnest Channel swim every year. I have for the last 8 years, and that's just on 20 kilometres. Wow. So I sort of build up to do that each year, which keeps me fit and hopefully a little bit young.
Absolutely.
Particularly of mind, and we do that. So that's basically my spare time capacity. There isn't much spare time during the footy season. You're basically working 7 days a week.
So you'll definitely be here next year?
I've got 3 years left of a 4-year contract, and we'll reassess then, and who knows what I'll be doing. Maybe there's another one after that, but, who knows.
Hopefully. Well, Brian, thank you very much for being on Pulse TV, mate. We really appreciated your time, and good luck for next year. Good luck with your swimming over summer, and the Masters Games have just been in Geelong, so that was a great event as well.
I know it's fantastic for Geelong. I think the community impact of people coming in, so many on hotels, accommodation, taxis, that's fantastic. It's great for Geelong, and hopefully we'll get to see all those sorts of events and more of them in the upcoming years here at Simmons Stadium.
Great. This is Brett Ritchie interviewing Brian Cooke at the Geelong Footy Club for Pulse TV.
Thanks, Brett. Next up, Nick ventured out into the Barwon Head Sun to take a tour of their stunning community garden.
Thanks, Jess. Yeah, we've come down here to the Barwon Heads Community Arts Garden, and we're going to have a little bit of a look around, see what's happening. I hear there are bees. So I'm here with the Barwon Heads Community Garden President, Carmel. Hi, Carmel. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Nick. Pleased to have you here.
Great. Now, tell me a little bit about the garden. When did you start it?
Okay, so the garden, the idea came from a group of interested young people about 7 years ago, and the first sod was turned just 6 years ago, and it was vacant land, just a paddock, nothing here.
And now it is absolutely thriving. So tell me, what do you have down here?
Well, we have 21 plot holders who have their individual plots. Some are in boxes, some in the ground. We have bees, we have worms, we have chooks, we have citrus trees, and we have a lot of people just enjoying the garden too.
Well, I think we can see that today out in the beautiful sunshine. I noticed you've got a sort of a hothouse over there for growing plants.
Yeah, we have a poly house. We had a grant and we decided to put some money towards establishing that so people can grow their seeds, take cuttings. Instead of having to go and buy them, they can produce their own seedlings.
It's not just about the garden, you also do some education programs, some music and things like that?
Yeah, we do, Nick. What happened a couple of years ago, we had a grant and we didn't have any power here. So we got solar energy onto the portable. We had some carpet put down, and from then on people just wanted to use we call it the garden room. So people come use the garden room. There's a music group that meet here, and some of them are in the gardens today. Wonderful. We have yoga. There's also play groups that come and use these gardens on a weekly basis. So a whole range of activities, not just gardening.
Now you've also got this beautiful fence out the front. Yes. Now tell me about that.
Okay, well that was another idea of one of the artists who's involved with the garden, and they applied for a grant through the Geelong Council for that. And what happened was different artists from around town did a panel each. And then it was constructed and opened just 3 years ago.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it is great, and people just love to come walk along, look at the different styles of art in it.
Well, this is all very great. Let's go and have a look at the bees.
Sure.
But thanks for chatting with me, Carmel.
Thanks, Nick.
No
Thank
worries.
you for coming.
So I'm here with Faye, the beekeeper. Now, Faye, how long have you had the bees here for?
We've had the bees here for about a year and a half.
Year and a half. Now, how much honey do they produce?
Well, in a good year, we'll be probably getting between 50 and 100 jars of honey from one hive.
Who gets all that delicious honey?
Well, first of all, the volunteers. And then we make it available to the members of the community garden.
Now, how many times have you been stung?
None.
None?
Yes, very lucky.
Oh, very lucky indeed. Well, thanks for having a quick chat with us, Faye.
Thank you.
So I'm here with Jill, who's the music teacher here at the Barwon Heads Community Arts Garden. Thanks for chatting to us. Now tell us about your classes here.
No worries. Look, I've been teaching piano and guitar and singing, and really enjoying this space, as you can imagine, and having the children enjoy the lovely garden space as well. So even though we're in the room, it's got the lovely windows so you can see out to the garden. Unfortunately, with my back, I'm probably not able to do a lot of lessons here, but I do use the space, like I'll be using it for workshops and concerts and things. And so I still really love the space, and I think it's important to still get the kids involved. Yeah. And we've actually got a couple of students of mine here today as well that have come to support the day.
We might get some footage of them having a little play. Thanks for chatting to me.
No worries at all, Nick.
So if you want more information, check out bhartsgarden.com or just come down. But from me, Nick Rennick, and all the chickens here at the garden, back to you in the studio.